A question often asked here on EMBN is how fast will an e-mountain bike go? Well, that's going to differ as to where you are in the world, the bike you're riding, or your skill level. So today we're going to hit the trails on a standard mountain bike and an e-mountain bike to see how that speed's going to differ. They go as fast as you like, and it depends on whether you're riding an e-mountain bike or an e-bike because they all vary in speed. Here on EMBN we ride regular Pedelecs. Now these are limited to 25 kilometers an hour here in the UK, and that's going to differ elsewhere in the world. You can of course exceed the speed limit, but that's down to rider input alone. Next on the list is going to be the Speed Pedelec. Now these are limited to 45 kilometers an hour, and as the name suggests, speed, and you still got a pedal. Then there's the R Pedelec. Well, these are capable of crazy speed, much like the grapes I rode out in Croatia. That was mental. Then there is the option of de-restricting a Pedelec. Well, this is going to come with hefty fines in some countries, and it will invalidate your warranty. And last on the list is going to be those crazy homemade kits. These have unlimited speed, unlimited power, and they're more closely related to a motorcycle rather than the e-mountain bike. The reason we ride Pedelecs here on EMBN is that while those crazy fast e-bikes are definitely a lot of fun, they can cause conflict with other trail users. Whilst the e-mountain bike, well, that produces about as much power as a top-level athlete. You can, however, ride those high-powered, crazy fast e-bikes in some countries with the correct documentation. But if you haven't got that, well, you're only allowed to ride those bikes on private land with no public access. Right, enough of the boring bits. Let's see what the standard Pedelec is capable of speed-wise out on some typical terrain. Let's go. Along for today's ride, we've got two different bikes from Canyon. I'm riding the Canyon Spectral on for the e-bike stuff, and for the standard mountain bike, well, I borrowed Blake Sampson from GMBN's Canyon Spectral. First test is going to be the uphill challenge. Wish me luck. These mid-drive e-bikes are a load of fun, and where they really shine is on a fun technical climb, much like this one we found in the woods. So I'm going to nail a time up this climb on the e-bike, then jump on the old school mountain bike and see how the time compares, and the speed and the heart rate too. Right, time to hit this climb then on the standard Spectral. Now I've got my Garmin on there, that's going to be telling me my speed, and I'm also going to time it. Right, so let's get cracking. Whew. Time to tackle the technical climb on the e-bike now with a bit of power. First up, I'm going to hit it in eco mode, then we're going to hit it in turbo mode to see what the time difference is up against a standard mountain bike. So, off we go. Whoa. Right, so that was a run done in turbo mode, and that brought me in 24.32 seconds. So that's pretty quick. An average speed of 6.1 miles an hour and an average heart rate of 128 beats per minute. So that was in turbo mode. So I did exactly the same run on the e-bike in eco mode, and that came in at 32 seconds, 0.03, with an average speed of 5.3 miles an hour and a heart rate which was a bit more, 133 beats per minute. Then I did it on the traditional mountain bike on the Spectral, which was 50.85 seconds with an average speed of 2.9 miles an hour and 132 beats per minute. So how fast is an e-bike up against a standard bike on a tech hill climb like this? Well, in turbo mode, it's pretty much twice as fast. So next up is the 100-meter dash. Now this is where it gets incredibly dull on an e-mountain bike. A flat gravel road like this isn't going to be much fun on one of these bikes. So we're going to hit this in turbo mode on the e-bike, then we're going to hit it on the standard mountain bike to see which one gets the maximum speed. Right, e-bike turbo mode engage, let's go. So that was a 100-meter dash done on the e-bike in turbo mode. we hit a maximum speed of 22.4 miles an hour, but definitely feeling working against the motor on that one. So let's hit it on the standard mountain bike and see what the difference is. Right, it's time for a bit of input now. I'm back on the Canyon Spectral. Now this is a lightweight machine, so I'm expecting to see this baby fly. Let's go. Ooh. Right, so that was the 100-meter sprint done on the standard mountain bike. It's actually beating the e-bike, so we had a maximum speed of 25.6 miles an hour on the standard Spectral. So that's pretty interesting. So as you may have seen or maybe even heard, exceeding the speed limiter on an e-bike is a definite workout. And a lot of motors will actually differ from how much drag they have above that limiter. And as you can see, both of these bikes today, the e-bike and the standard mountain bike, aren't really matched to this style of riding. So if you are doing this style of riding, I suggest getting yourself a gravel bike or a cross-country hardtail. It's going to be way faster and way less frustrating to ride. So this is what e-mountain biking is all about. Sweet flowing single track, snaking its way through the woods with some nice climbs and little descents. It's all about keeping your flow and momentum here and staying below that speed limiter. So I'm going to hit it on the e-bike in turbo mode, and I'm also going to hit it on the standard mountain bike to see how that speed and the time difference compares. Right, time for a little bit of Spectral single track action. Let's go. I did that in a time of 53 seconds, 0.53, average speed of 10 miles an hour and a maximum speed of 13.4. So let's hit it on the e-bike to see how that speed is going to differentiate between the two. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, so I just completed the single track run on the Spectral on e-bike. Did that in a time of 45 seconds, 0.90, average speed of 12 miles an hour and a maximum speed of 15.1. So yeah, a bit of a difference between the two there. Let's try this, the same run in eco. Woo! Right, stop the clock there. Right, time then for eco mode. 49.10 seconds, average speed of 11.5 miles an hour and a maximum speed of 15 miles an hour. Definitely a lot quicker than the standard mountain bike. When it comes to hitting high-speed downhill sections, the e-bike in my eyes is a clear winner. I mean, I've pretty much hit 100 kilometers an hour on my restricted Caneva on a big hill in South Wales, and if you haven't seen that, the video description is down below. But it all comes down to the gradient and the size of your balls, how fast you can go down those hills. The e-bike, when it comes to technical fast terrain, you can simply point and shoot and it will smash through the most technical of terrain in front of you. Hold on and it will guide you down the hill. The lighter weight bike is greater, is a great tool at lower speed, meaning you can hop and change line quite easy. But when it comes to high speed sections on those lightweight standard mountain bikes, they can get quite disturbed in the rough and get bounced and get pretty sketchy when it comes to those tech situations. So high speed e-bike is the one. So there we go, some interesting time and data coming out of the woods on these two bikes today. But don't forget, it's not all about going as fast as you can everywhere, it's about enjoying the ride. And just be sure to familiarise yourself with the speed limits in the country that you're riding, and just think twice before you go de-restricting your e-bike also. Don't forget, get involved in the comments box down below. Let us know how fast you've been on your e-bike and what's your maximum speed. Give us a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to EMBN and give us a like and a follow on your favourite social media. Cheers for watching.